To say that I came from humble beginnings would be an understatement, to be sure. I was born in 1983 in what many would consider a third world country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. My mom had 6 of us kids, and we lived in a one-room house that was separated by a curtain. We shared 2 beds and had to sleep sideways when our cousins came to visit. I didn't have running water in my home, so I would have to walk with a bucket to collect water to store in the house. I would have to run to the beach or to the river to take a bath before heading off to school. We didn't have electricity until I was about 13 years old. So clearly there were some challenges, but I had an okay childhood. So how did I get from there to here to be selected among these incredible individuals as a Texas Sports Hall of Fame inductee for the class of 2021? I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. My journey here began at age 15. It was then that I started playing basketball. It was also then that I surrendered my life to Christ and got baptized. And he made me a promise. He told me that I had not seen, nor heard, nor even imagined all that he has in store for me, simply because I love him and I understand that I am called for a purpose. So, how did God keep his promise to me? He did it through his people. First of all, for my family, especially my mother, who had the courage to allow her 15-year-old daughter to get on a plane headed to another country with only the hopes of a better life. So thank you to my family, and especially to my sister Jolene, who's sitting here tonight. For the 6 families in Louisiana that I stayed with my first year in the United States, and especially to Kathy, who's with us tonight. Kathy, you were there when I needed you most. You nurtured me and cared for me and loved me like your own daughter, so thank you. For Evangel Christian Academy, who allowed me to stay an additional 2 years at their school so that I can develop. So to my high school coaches, I thank you. Sabrina Smith, I thank you. Gig Harry, I thank you. My track coach, Gig Harry, introduced me to Coach Bo Roberts. You changed my life. Meeting you changed everything. I feel that if your purpose on this earth was to get me to my destination, I feel that you did that. And I'm so grateful and so overwhelmed with gratitude for you, and I'm so thankful for you, so thank you. Coach Bo introduced me to Coach Moki. Coach Moki changed my perspective in so many things, and she had such a great impact on my life, more than she will ever know. She gave me an opportunity to play the game that I would come to fall in love with, and to do it in front of thousands of people. So, Coach Moki, I thank you. And to the fabulous coaching staff at Baylor, I thank you. For Baylor University, who welcomed me with open arms and allowed me to grow in my faith and encourage my walk in Christ, I thank you. My professors, my mentors, my friends, the media, I thank you. To the late Shamika Scott, whom I will see in heaven, Chelsea Whitaker, who's here tonight, Abiola Wibara, and my incredible teammates at Baylor. They worked so hard and they pushed me so hard to be the best that I could be. So much so that we won our first NCAA championship. And from there, went on to the White House, where we will meet the President of the United States. For Coach Hughes, who drafted me to the San Antonio Stars, where I would spend my entire career. Coach Hughes, you taught me how to be a professional, and I'm so grateful for you. You are a friend and a mentor, and you have made me the person that I am today, so thank you. For my Stars teammate, Helen Darling, Becky Hammond, Vicki Johnson, Ruth Riley, my Stars coaches, those who worked with me one-on-one and fed that drive and that desire that I had to be the best. I thank you. To the WNBA for giving me a platform where I could continue my career. For my teammates and coaches all over the world whom I played for in Europe and in China, I thank you. For USA Basketball for selecting me and nominating me as one of the top players of the country, I thank you. The list goes on and on of people who have played an incredible part in my development as a growth and as an athlete. And I just want to say thank you. I literally could not have done it without you. So as I have retired and ventured into this next stage of my life where I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose, I feel that I have some pretty incredible people in my corner. Literally, they're right there in that corner. I want to say to my husband, Jermaine, and my beautiful babies, I love you with all my heart, hon. And my life is so full because of you. So I thank you. In closing, I would like to say thank you to the audience for allowing me to share a little bit about my humble beginnings and the beliefs in how I got here to be on this stage today. I'm especially thankful for the Texas Hall of Fame committee for giving me this award. I am most humbled and grateful to accept it. So with all that I am and all that I aspire to be, I thank you.